Ooh, what's this? Kuzman sacked by Central Coast, but they're unbeaten in the Champions League. Why would you sack them? They just beat us. We're doing averagely in the league. Wonder if we can get sacked too. I hope we don't get sacked yet. Hmm. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well today. If you're looking forward to this episode, it is our third Champions League group stage game, and we're looking to bounce back with our win against Sanfrecce Hiroshima from Japan. Then remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you're new around here and enjoy what you see and want to keep up to date with this Hexagon Challenge, also hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. It is greatly appreciated. So in yesterday's episode, two games we showed you guys, one which was a highlights game and our live commentary game, both very similar, getting somewhat FM, not so much in the highlighted game, but definitely in the live commentary game. 2-1-0 losses with goals conceded in injury time and in the Champions League. That was to the now managerless Central Coast Mariners. If you missed that episode, I will leave a link in the top right corner. But off the back of that, I'm a little bit worried about my job. We're only on a C+ rating. We're not doing great in the league. We're in 4th place, but we have bounced back form-wise in that competition. And hopefully that continues on into the Champions League and we can keep pace with the Central Coast Mariners because, as you know, in this Asian Champions League, we need to be finishing top of our group if we want to make sure we're going through to the next round. But before we get into this all-important Champions League group game, we do have the highlights to show you guys from 2 Super League games. And as I said, we have bounced back to some form. First off, we took on Shenzhen, a team who aren't expected to be in the title hunt. And as you would expect from a team like ours, who are favourites for the competition, we picked up a nice 5-0 win at home here. The first goal coming in the 7th minute, Yannan over to Hay, into Wei He, Willock, just inside the box. A nice strike into the top left corner and made it 1-0 early doors. And from then, it was our main man up front, the captain, Wang Yun Anderson, able to slot him through nicely there. Nice finish there to get past the goalkeeper. Not sure how he was beaten angle-wise, but a good, powerful strike to make it 2-0. And then right before halftime, you can see it's another poor back pass from a Chinese team. That also happened in our Champions League qualifier. To be fair, that was against the Japanese team, but gifting us a goal there to make it 3-0 just leading into halftime. And then Yun completed his hat-trick in the second half. The Korean right back making a nice pass, Jungmin, to set him up there. And then in the 83rd minute, Anderson with a penalty to cap it off, does the archer and makes it 5-0 for us. And you look stat-wise, that was a well-deserved win. Nice and clinical in front of goal, which has been our issue of late. But a pretty comfortable win for us there. And off the back of that, we took on much harder opposition. Guangzhou Evergrande, a very big fish here in China. This was away, so it was a game I was expecting to be quite tough. And in the end, we picked up a really nice 4-1 win. Another good start from us here. In the 8th minute, we had a corner. Soleil heads that towards the far post, and Wei Hei is there to nod that in. And then another corner goal. It was Boubacar Kamara who got a start in this game, a player who isn't registered for the Champions League, of course, but is one of our foreigners, and he made it 2-0 about 10 minutes before halftime. But then Guangzhou given far too much space there, Huang Yi, and he made it 2-1 before halftime. But we kicked on a bit more in the second half. Fan Yanan down the left-hand side makes his way forward, puts a ball in, and it's Chen Hongjing who buries it in the top left corner to make it 3-1. And then we cap things off a few minutes later. Kamara just outside the box. We might have switched him to a right back then. Willock heads it down for Jun, back to Willock, and he puts that in the top right corner and makes it 4-1. A nice win for us there against pretty good opposition. You can see we didn't dominate this game as much as the Shenzhen one, but still looked the better team, and again, quite clinical in front of goals. So as I said, if we can keep doing that, we should be okay in today's game, because in yesterday's episode, that was the issue. So it seems like restarting the computer has helped our form come back, which sometimes that is all you need in Football Manager when you're starting to get those 1-0 results with injury time goals that are incredibly frustrating. But as I said, it's quite an important game for us here. Not expecting Jeju to do us a favour against the Central Coast Mariners, albeit that game is in Korea, so a decent trip there for the Australians, and we go to Japan against a team who in game are managerless, being from a league that is not loaded. So this should be a game that we win, but we do have to respect them considering they did beat Jeju. But if we can win this, we should at least keep ourselves in a good position to be going through as a second best qualifier. Even if we lose both games to Central Coast, we could still get 12 points here, provided we beat Sanfrecce and Jeju both times. So that's the plan now. Get as many points as we can, obviously, in this Champions League group, and hopefully we can catch Central Coast. If not, get through as one of the best second place teams in this bottom half of the draw. In terms of our team news, we have brought Diakabe back. He has recovered just enough for me to trust him in this game. He's only recommended to play 45 minutes, but we do have a good 2-week gap after this game, so I feel like we can risk him for a full 90 minutes. Otherwise, it's the team that you're used to from our previous outing. So a little bit stronger at centre-back. This is about as strong as we can actually get for the Champions League. I'd call this our first choice lineup, so hopefully these guys can do the job for us and they'll get a good rest off the back of this too, which some of them do need. As you can see, the match load is quite heavy, so we can sort that out after today's game, albeit there is an international break, so hopefully not too many of them get used an awful lot there, although we did pinch some Chinese players in the transfer window, so they might not get the rest that I'm thinking they will here, but hopefully we can get through today with a win and have a nice break off the back of this to reset for the second half of this Champions League group stage. But I think that does it for what we need to cover off before this game. We'll come back shortly from the Hiroshima Big Arch in Japan, taking on Sanfrecce Hiroshima in the Champions League group stage, needing to bounce back with a win in this competition. And there is the Sanfrecce Hiroshima team, another team that's gone fairly defensive, not as much as Central Coast. Maybe that's what cost the manager his job. If he was doing that in the domestic league, then maybe that's why they weren't too keen on him. But we're going with our traditional 4-3-3. They're going a little bit more positive than the Central Coast, as we said. But to be fair to Central Coast, has worked for them so far. Hopefully we can break these guys down more than we did with the Central Coast. We are in our home uniform, the green with the yellow stripe, and it is Sanfrecce in the blue, and we will be kicking off playing left to right, and yeah, just looking to carry on that form from the Super League into the Champions League and hopefully get back on track in this competition as we start on the attack early, making our way into the right end of the field. Oceania puts a long ball across. Willock cannot keep it in, and it will still be 0 early doors. 16 minutes gone here. It is a free kick to Sanfrecce Hiroshima. I might just call them Hiroshima from now on just to make it easier on me, but it was deep in their half, albeit they now make their way into the right end of the field from what they'll be thinking anyway, but hopefully we can hold them up and get an intercept there. They play a long ball forward. Soleil heads that forward, and Oceania passes that over to Willock, just butchers his name there, as I said. Still learning some of these names from this new team, but we drive for Wei Hei to Wang Yun in a good patch of form. Our striker just outside the box puts a ball on Anderson with a header and forces a good save out of the Hiroshima goalkeeper there. Our best chance of the game so far and the best chance overall too, but it does remain 0-0. We have a corner. Oceania puts it in, but no one can get their head to it for us, and they do get possession from it, Hiroshima, but take it out, and it remains 0-0. 23 minutes gone here, and we do have a corner. Oceania with it, headed back out to him. We might still have a chance here from the edge of the box. Puts one in. Anderson with another header just wide. Good chances from the headers for us so far, but it's still 0-0. 35 minutes gone. Another free kick for us here. We look to get them from set piece. We don't get our head to it that time, but Wei Hei outside the box. Anderson on the ball just holds position up. Wei Hei will have a long shot, and it's just wide again. We're getting very close here, but not quite on target enough. Still 0-0 after 35 minutes. And a goal kick there from Hiroshima, and they do keep possession from it, so they might have a highlight coming up here. A long ball played forward, although Young Min tidies that up for us, and now Willock back to Young Min, and we look to get another attack going, as it looks like we're just growing into this game now. Might be starting to seal the nerves down, and hopefully we can get a goal to reflect our dominance. A long ball played out for Anderson. It's cut out, but we get possession back pretty quickly off the back of that, and Fanyanan will again find Anderson, who's been pretty good in this game so far, creating chances. Wang Yun with a shot, hits the post. We're coming very close at the moment, but still 0-0. And that is half time. Not a half full of many highlights, but the ones that we were showing, we were coming really close to scoring. But as you can see by the stats, not as many shots as we usually get off and not enough on target. We've had some really close calls. One shot hitting the woodwork from Yun, but on the whole, definitely creating enough chances to be a goal up here, and the XG suggests that, but not quite getting it done yet. But pretty happy with how we're playing. We will make a sub at halftime. Fanyanan not on a great rating. But on the whole, happy with how things are trending. But again, similar to yesterday's episode, we just need a goal soon. Otherwise, we're giving Hiroshima a chance to get back into this game. And as I said, we will make that change. Fanyanan not playing too well today, so we'll bring Du Hui on for him, a change at left back. Pretty similar rated players, and hopefully we can get the goal in the back of the net in the second half. 62 minutes gone here. We have a free kick, so another set piece chance for us. Sole with a header just over the bar, and this is a good chance for us now too, because Jeju United are 2-0 up in their game, so good chance for us to catch Central Coast up. We have another throw in here. Good area of the pitch. Our set piece, we're getting a lot of them at the moment, but just not quite clinical enough from them. And the more this game drags on, the more Hiroshima have a chance to pinch some points off us, much like Central Coast did yesterday. And we do not want that as we now look to play out from the back. But on the whole, it's been a pretty good performance. Wei Hay not on a good rating, neither Jack Willock, or Joe Willock. But hopefully we might be able to take those guys off soon if we don't get a goal. Just try and get something in the back of the net at the moment because we're playing quite well. There's a missed header there for Anderson. Has a shot and hits the bar. Again, we're coming very close, but need to be more clinical. Still 0-0. Okay, 69 minutes gone here, and we will make those changes. Both Wei Hay and Joe Willock are not playing great. They're not doing terribly, but we'll see if we can provide a bit more oomph from the bench. Jing on for Hay and Al on for Willock. Hopefully we can get that breakthrough goal to make this 1-0 because at the moment it's still all square at Duck Eggs. 71 minutes gone. It's a free kick for Hiroshima. They take it short. Soga outside the box. And again, it's just like yesterday. Kazo Soga with an absolute thunderbolt. Fair play to him. That's a heck of a finish. Gets it inside the top left corner. And just like that, from absolutely nowhere, it's a wonderful strike. And we're down 1-0 yet again. 83 minutes gone. We have a throw in the wrong end of the pitch for us, but hopefully we can make our way out from the back and get another chance here because we really should have a goal in this game. It's feeling quite similar to the games we showed you guys in yesterday's episode as Anderson loses the ball there, so this could actually be a Hiroshima highlight. Hidaka down this right-hand side, holding the ball up briefly, looking to go forward, but being pressed quite nicely. Not sure who that was. It was this Oceania, in fact, and now we get the ball back. Anderson makes his way in field. Ball out for Wang Hun in a nice spot, buries it, but he's offside. Must have just been off there. I think the pass was just a little bit late by the time Anderson got this out to Al, and he was just a foot offside. Not much in that, and it's still 0-0. 93 minutes gone. Hiroshima with a throw. We've gone from attacking to very attacking. We've stepped things up throughout this game, but it doesn't look like it's going to be our day yet. Again, just not clinical enough in front of goal, and all of a sudden we are going to drop down to potentially third, maybe even fourth in this Champions League group. Hiroshima, one shot on target. We've got FM'd yet again. We had 5 on target, 16 overall. Should have had a goal at least in that game. We hit the woodwork a few times. Just not quite clicking for us at the moment. Our front three, not quite clinical enough. I don't know what it is. We're playing pretty well. We're getting most of the highlights go our way, but just not doing it at the moment. And we might be in a spot of bother in this Champions League group. So things here in China, not going to plan at the moment. We'll have a quick look soon at the other groups in this Champions League, but we have dropped down to third, albeit Jeju beating the Central Coast Mariners 2-0 has helped us somewhat because we're still only 3 points off top spot. So we're still in with a chance here, but I think our chances of going through as one of the best placed second teams might be fading because this is a pretty even group at the moment. I called one of the other groups the group of death. Maybe it's going to be ours because this is pretty even stuff so far. We've dropped down to third. Our goal difference, not terrible, a lot better than Jeju. So if we can pick up some wins, that should go up and get us into a good position. But yeah, 3 points, not out of it, but certainly not in as good a position as we would have hoped to have been by this stage. So it's going to be all to play for in the second half of this Champions League group stage. So we might have a few more of these group games to show you guys compared to what we were doing in the likes of Africa and Europe, where we secured our qualification fairly comfortably from memory out of those groups anyway. So a bit tougher for us here. We'll show you the other groups as well if you want to keep up to date with that. We'll scroll down them quickly. This top half of the draw, as we've said a few times, don't really have much of an idea about the teams here, all from leagues for the most part that aren't loaded into the game. There's our group, Group F, Jeonbuk Hyundai. Of course, they're unbeaten. Yeah, maybe we should have taken that job. We could always apply for the Central Coast job now too, seeing as that guy got sacked. I'll have a quick look at it, but probably a bit early, and I still don't really like the squad registration in Australia, albeit turns out it wasn't actually that much better here in China by the time those transfer rules came in. But I mean, they're in a good position. Maybe we should look at them. But either way, we'll go back to the overall groups. Not sure why it didn't do that there for you, but make our way back down to Group G where we were. Group H, Ulsan and Melbourne City in pretty good positions. Shanghai, top of Group I, and Shandong Luneng, top of Group J. So, as we said yesterday, the other Chinese teams doing their job. It's just us dragging the chain a bit at the moment, albeit we've still got the second half of the group stage to try and fix that. But certainly, barely up and down from us at the moment, and we need to fix that as soon as we can. Hopefully, players just get a bit more used to our tactic, maybe, or we give them a rest upcoming in the league, and hopefully they can bounce back for that second half of the season. But yeah, just struggling a little bit here in Asia, it's fair to say, which is a little bit odd considering how we've been doing in this Hexagon challenge ever since winning the Oceania one. Since then, it's kind of felt like we've been getting through it pretty nicely, but Asia proving one of the toughest tests of our managerial career to date. So that will do for today's episode. As I said, we've got a bit of a gap in between our next games. The next one against Shanghai Port. That is a big game. They're doing quite well, both the league, the defending champions, and topping their Champions League group. So tough game there. And off the back of that, it's the away trip to the Central Coast Mariners. If we lose that, I don't think we can go past Central Coast because we will have lost both games to them and they'd be 6 point clear of us. So we need to win it. It's a must-win game. And we've got another away trip to Jeju later in the month before taking on Hiroshima again and hopefully getting some payback on them early in May. But that will do. We'll come back tomorrow for that Central Coast game. If you did enjoy the episode, remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on it. And also, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. Let me know if you think there's any changes I need to be making. Like, we know this tactic works. Most of the players suit the roles that we've given them. Are just something not quite clicking. So, yeah, not too sure what to do. Hopefully, maybe it's just going to be players getting more used to our system, although you can see our tactical familiarity is actually quite good. So, I don't know, maybe we just need to click in the gear. Maybe it's just not quite going right. And hopefully, if it does later in the season, that can save us. But yeah, as I said, a bit challenging at the moment. But we'll come back tomorrow for that Central Coast episode at the Central Coast Stadium. Thank you very much for watching. Until then, keep on keeping on, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.